New at 5, we've learned the name of the man who was killed in a fire in Fall River last night. The triple-decker fire was first breaking at 10 and 11, and new tonight, we're hearing from the victim's family. Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado is live in Fall River with the Southeastern Massachusetts Mobile Newsroom.
While we wait for investigators to determine the cause of the fire that killed 61-year-old Joseph Mello, his niece is walking us through the terrifying night. Mello says she was inside her house on Eastern Avenue in Fall River when the fire broke out that killed her uncle and destroyed her family home.
I saw flames coming out of his door, and I'm yelling, Joe, Uncle Joe, 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 Joe. I was like in hysterics, you know, and because I knew he was sitting in that chair.
Mello said she had already called 911 on Sunday night before the fire even broke out, requesting an ambulance for her 61-year-old uncle who lived on the 3rd floor.
He didn't look well, you know, he didn't look well. He was slurring.
When she went downstairs, she said the fire broke out above.
I ran upstairs and I see fire, just flames coming out of his door.
Eyewitness News was on scene as firefighters battled the flames. Mello says she knew her uncle could not have survived, but held out hope.
I kept asking, it was like, did you get him? Did you get him? Did you get him?
While the fire department has not confirmed how the fire started, Mello says she believes it was when her uncle lit a cigarette. She had just moved his lighter fluid away from him. She tells us Joseph Mello was a Portuguese immigrant who became an American citizen and lived a quiet life here in Fall River.
He was a very humble guy, just a very, very nice guy.
The house is boarded up tonight, and again, investigators have not released the cause of this fire. Now, last night, temps were quite frigid. Coming up new at 6, we're talking to firefighters about how they battle the cold when they're battling fires. We're live in Fall River with the Southeastern Massachusetts Mobile Newsroom. Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.
And now we're working the latest developments in a deadly fire. One man was killed after his house caught fire last night, and we now know who the victim is as investigators continue to try and pinpoint a cause. New at 6, what firefighters do differently to fight flames in these freezing cold temperatures. From the Southeastern Massachusetts Mobile Newsroom, Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado is live in Fall River.
Firefighters were battling these flames in below-zero wind chills. They tell us the cold did cause problems, and tonight we're learning more about how they battle frigid temperatures. Tonight, investigators are working to determine what caused a fire that killed 61-year-old Joseph Mello. His family identified him today, telling us he lived on the 3rd floor of the family home. His niece, Mello, was inside when the fire broke out.
He'll be very missed, and, you know, it's just hard. I've never, ever experienced anything like this in my life.
Eyewitness News was on scene where firefighters battled extreme cold conditions. One firefighter slipped on ice and fractured his ankle.
All the problems are multiplied when we get into cold weather.
Acting District Chief David Levesque says air tanks malfunction and water freezes, slowing down firefighters' efforts to tackle a fire. It happened last night.
One of the lines that we brought into the building, a chunk of ice made it through the line, and it got into the nozzle and it basically made that firefighting line ineffective.
To fight the cold, firefighters set up heating tents and keep the hoses running so the lines don't freeze. Mello says she's grateful they worked so hard, even though her uncle didn't make it.
They were excellent. The firefighters were absolutely amazing.
Mello's family believes it could have been a lit cigarette that started the fire. Investigators have not confirmed that that is what started the fire, but just in the last hour, the DA's office said the fire is not suspicious. Live in Fall River with the Southeastern Massachusetts Mobile Newsroom, Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.